What's up, everybody? Celtic Scarecrow here, back for another video to get those 10s and 20 views. Rocking the Greg Olsen Panthers jersey for two reasons. One, it is apparently National Tight Ends Day.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
There's a sexual pun to be made there, but, I'm not going to make it at this moment. And two, the Panthers just whooped the crap out of Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, winning 21-3. And Notre Dame's big Irish fan, very own Tommy Tremble gets a touchdown on National Tight Ends Day. He is a tight end. Also, I'm releasing this at 7 and not 8 for one reason. Tom DeGrassi, stop saying you're going to get DJ Moore. The Packers do not get DJ Moore. He needs to stay in Carolina. Carolina should show this win to Sean Payton. Look, we're probably still getting the first overall pick, but we're almost there. The defense is great. The line is not bad. The team as a whole can do better. Come in, pick your quarterback, and let's ride. But enough of the Panthers chitty chat. We're on to tonight's video, which is by a page called Mythologies, Fictions Explained, and it's the history of Halloween and the traditions explained. I know a good chunk about Halloween, but let's see if there's anything I don't know, because there's a lot of things I don't know, like why you haven't done the thing.
Bolin, do the thing.
What thing?
The thing! I never had to tell Julie what thing.
I'm not Julie, okay? Pretend I don't know anything about anything that's happening here.
If you like this video, subscribe. If you like me, I'm almost... my goal is to hit 55 by the end of the year. That's right, I have bumped the number up because I'm currently sitting at 49. Got one more since the last time I checked earlier today, which is great. My sleeves are vanishing. I don't know why. So let's bump up to 55. But enough of me talking. Let's get to the video. And it probably did kill the radio star. Comment if you know that reference. Share this with your friends. Share this with Tom DeGrassi, who I'll be watching at 8 o'clock during the Sunday night game. And if you did get sent there by me, let him know. Help me grow the channel. You can dislike it. I always hold it against you, though. But then again, it doesn't tell me who dislikes it, so I can't personally yell at you. Anyways, enough of me talking. Video time.
When we think of Halloween, we think of a fun and spooky holiday for those of all ages. The streets are filled with adults and children in all sorts of costumes.
Yeah, I know the fact that part of it more or less started in America. I want to say that started in America.
From terrifying monsters to...
Oh, my history of Halloween is it comes from the festival Samhain, or Samhain as I like to call it, which is Celtic New Year. And a lot of these traditions, and then the Catholic Church kind of came in, changed it to All Saints Day. So it's All Hallows Eve. And a lot of the stuff is quite cool.
Figures of history. And of course Harley Quinn. You can't even turn a corner without seeing at least 5 Harley Quinns. We attend horror-themed events, and we decorate our houses in anticipation for the endless horde of trick-or-treaters that await their candy. Some prefer to stay indoors and binge on horror movie marathons, and
Alright, that would be me.
Others actively seek a thrill, with haunted houses and mazes becoming extremely popular.
I wouldn't mind doing that, but then again, I need a feminine friend that likes me and take her with me. Or just female in general friend.
Today we aim to uncover the origins of Halloween, how its traditions came to pass, and why the holiday is loved by so many.
Blame the goddamn Irish.
It is thought that Halloween originated in Celtic Ireland around 2,000 years ago, with the festival known as Samhain. The festival itself celebrated the divide of the two halves of the year, summer and winter, light and dark. During Samhain, the veils between this world and the other world were at their thinnest.
Yeah, I always found it strange. It's like you have two. That's a very bad pitch in the Phillies game. Two kind of festivals going on at the same time in two completely different parts of the world when the world cannot be more connected. The Festival of Samhain in Ireland and Dia de Muerte in like Latin American countries.
Allowing spirits to pass.
Big difference is the Celtic holiday is a lot more evil.
Through. Families would invite lost loved ones and ancestors into their homes to share in their celebrations. And in order to avoid harm from evil spirits, they would wear costumes and masks to disguise themselves. The Druids built large sacred bonfires in order to honor the dead and to protect the living.
Which I think the British now do like a bonfire night. That's really coming down to that baseball game. Which is a ripoff of this. Well, that could tie the game up right there with the base hit. It does.
Animals were
It's 7th inning if you need a time scale when I'm at.
sacrificed and the year's harvest was prepared for both the living and the dead, with the food made for the dead ritually shared between those who were less well off.
Hey, look, helping out the little guys.
The Christians believed that Samhain was a pagan holiday, and because of the festival's association with death, the Celtic people and Druids were labelled as devil worshippers.
Yeah, the church does that.
In their attempts to wipe out pagan practices, the Christians succeeded in transforming the festival into All Saints' Day, or more commonly known as All Hallows' Day. The night before, traditionally known as Samhain, became All Hallows' Eve, and eventually Halloween.
Woo, I was right. Yeah, the Catholic Church did that with a couple holidays. Even Christmas.
So where have some of these modern-day traditions originated from? We know that dressing up during Halloween originated from the Celts, who dressed up as evil spirits to avoid harm from other evil spirits during Samhain. Although trick-or-treating today mainly consists of children running around on sugar highs collecting as much candy as humanly possible, that wasn't always the case. In medieval Britain, during the All Souls' Day festival, the poor and those in need would beg for food and would often be given salted pastries made from sacred flour and water. These were named soul cakes. In return, they would pray for relatives who had passed away. The young would also dress up in costume, and they would go door to door collecting food and sometimes even money. In exchange, they would sing, recite poetry, and tell jokes.
Probably the trick or treat.
These traditions were eventually revived in 19th century America by the Irish and Scottish migrants in the form we know today as trick or treat. In its
Swear I'd never seen this video before. I'm just good.
early days, the focus was very much on the trick, with pranks and vandalism being commonplace. The town leaders eventually managed to limit the vandalism during Halloween, when they decided to make the holiday center around the young.
Yeah, I know at least in South Jersey we have Mischief Night where people go out, TP houses, egg houses, silly string cars, like stuff that's like annoyance but not actually real property damage.
So, how's this working?
First, you make a hole at the top, so you can reach in and scoop all the guts out.
So why exactly do we carve pumpkins?
Yeah, I did a pumpkin experiment that I need to finish editing and do a summary of. Probably do that shortly.
We've come to know them as jack-o'-lanterns, but their origins date back to the 17th century, where their name meant man with a lantern and would often refer to the night watchman of a town. The tale of Stingy Jack is believed to be where the tradition began.
Oh, kind of, yeah. This is cool. If he goes into this is a cool legend.
When Jack died, he was denied entry into heaven, and having previously angered the devil, he was also not allowed into hell.
Aw, boo, you didn't do the full story. So pretty much Stingy Jack made a deal with the devil where if he could get him, like, I want to say an apple from a tree, he would sell him his soul, and then he carved a cross in the tree, stopping the devil from getting out, and said, well, you gotta let me go. You have to not take my soul in exchange for me letting you down. He did. Tricked him again by saying, oh, I need money. So the devil transformed him into a coin. He put it in his pocket next to another cross thing until he let him out. And that's why he was denied entrance to heaven and hell.
Instead, the devil sent Jack into eternal darkness with only a turnip filled with coal to light his way. The Irish and Scottish people began carving creepy faces into turnips and placing them by their windows in order to scare Stingy Jack and other evil spirits away.
They were the original jack-o'-lanterns, and they were creepy.
When they continued the tradition in America, they found an abundance of pumpkins and decided that these would make a great substitute for turnips. Whether you believe that jack-o'-lanterns keep away evil spirits or not, they have become a staple decoration and symbol of Halloween. Even a game as trivial as bobbing for apples once had more of a significance. In Ireland and Scotland, apple bobbing was used to tell one's fortune as part of the divination game. You would throw an apple peel on the floor, and the shape of the peel would determine the initial of a future lover. There's no argument to the fact that Halloween has changed over the years. It appears to have lost its religious origins, and the superstitions surrounding it play little or no part in today's version of the holiday.
But they would make great for horror movies.
Despite how commercialized the holiday has become,
Actually, I think that's what the movie Trick or Treat is about. It's like it's more or less going back to its like origins.
it remains one of the most popular. One of the main reasons I enjoy Halloween is because it gives people of all ages the chance to come together for one evening to celebrate the supernatural. We allow imaginations to run wild and embrace creativity. There are no limits or boundaries to whom or what you can become. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider leaving a thumbs up, as it helps promote the video and allows the channel to grow. If there's anything you'd like to discuss or have any
We will pause and we will give him a thumbs up. Not going to dislike it. I actually did enjoy that video. Very simple, smooth talking style, which kind of would draw. It'd be very boring and drawing in a longer video, like 20-minute long video, if you were going into more details, which I kind of wish he did. But it's a good video. I will definitely have to check them out again because I think they literally have a werewolf myth right on screen. And I am a big fan of the werewolves. That's it. That's all I have. If you need to deal with me in any way, just yell at me in Tom DeGrassi's chat because I will be there. Till then, I'll see you weird people later.